This is Life with Psychic Suzanna on 1110 KFAB. Helping you find emotional, spiritual, and physical balance. What does your future hold? It's time to find out with Psychic Suzanna.
Yes, you're in the right place. Yes, this is Life with Psychic Suzanna on 1110 KFAB. Now, you can find us at psychicsusanna.com or 1110kfab.com, where you hear all of the shows that we've had on that are listed on the website. Yes, you can go back if you're dealing with an alcoholic. Listen to a show about being alcoholic and how to handle them. If you're looking at figuring out you're back new to the dating system, there's a program about dating. There's also a program about financial and getting ahead. So check the catalog, look it up on Life with Psychic Suzanna. We're here to empower you every single day. Our show tonight is going to be about decorating your home. Now, you might think that's a little bit crazy. You're trying to think, does our surroundings really make us different or make us happy or make us sad? Well, what I'm going to be talking to and who I'm going to be talking to, and you've heard her before, Mary Shurtleff from Designing. Mary, are you there?
I am, Susanna. How are you tonight?
I slaughtered your name. Say your name for me again.
It's Shurtleff.
Shurtleff. And it's the Alchemy of Quantum Mind Feng Shui.
Feng Shui,
Tell me a little bit about, does the environment really affect us? Are we really affected by what's around us?
Absolutely. Hippocrates, the doctor of Western medicine, originally wrote a book called Wind, Air, and Places. Wind, Water, Air, and Places, or something like that. And it talks about how our environment does affect us. And so with that, what happens is anytime we get into a space that either makes us feel good or does not make us feel good, it actually affects our health and our well-being, such as when you're in a place maybe with power lines or a place that might be too dry for our body or too moist for our body, even in a place of colors that may not work. Climate affects our well-being, even people, negative people, positive people, too much noise, too little stimulation, all of that does affect our well-being.
You know, I've talked to people in other countries who where they get very little sunshine.
Right.
And they're depressed all the time.
Absolutely. The body needs a balance. What I study is the art of feng shui, and I'm also an interior designer as well. And so the interior design guidelines and principles actually follow a lot of the feng shui principles. And the feng shui principles are more basic, more simple, and it deals with, light and dark and warmth and cold and, all of the yin and yang principles. But it also deals with, the sunlight. The sunlight also brings up the body energy. The water cleanses the body energy. The nature, the greens, the wood energy helps us to literally transform some of our mind and thought patterns. And then, of course, there's the metal element for logic, and then the earth element for grounding. And so we start looking at all five of these elements in unison. And as I started into interior design, I started applying the feng shui principles to interior design principles, and they were all very similar, just different in words.
Well, so tell me a couple of the feng shui principles that you use.
Some of the feng shui principles, as well as the interior design, is, to have everything have a nice, even flow to it so that your eye goes around a room and it feels comfortable as it's going around the room. It doesn't come to an abrupt stop somewhere, or the eye becomes too confused by too many designs or too many shapes and colors. But the other one that is the most important in feng shui is about clutter clearing. When you have too much of something, it literally confuses the eye, which again then confuses the mind, and you can't think clearly. And so the first principle that I tell people before I even come to their house is to start decluttering. Start getting rid of excess junk in your house, whether it's paper bags or clothes that are too small or too many shoes or too many coats or too many boots. We just don't need that much in our house. And a lot of us will have paperwork on our desks, or, you know, you'll save papers that maybe you have all the intentions of taking to a recycle center. I tell people to really start getting serious about decluttering their house and going through and really cleaning their house, get rid of the dust. And anytime there's dust around, it's stagnant energy, and that
Really?
dust literally makes us tired. And that's why we love to shop, is because we go out and we buy new things and we bring them home, and there's new color, new design, and new hope out there when we're buying stuff, when in fact, when I tell people, clean out your closets, and you will start finding things that you bought that you totally forgot that you have, and you'll be amazed at how all of a sudden it starts renewing your body energy. And everybody usually will find something that they forgot that they have.
So,
And it's even like a tool closet. You'll have 10 rolls of duct tape or 10 rolls of Scotch tape or things like that people literally forget that they have because they just start throwing them into a box. This box develops bad energy, and so you don't even go there. And then, but once you do, you start discovering all these treasures that, gosh, you might have $100 in one box just in utensils alone that you forgot that you had.
so
And
besides the clearing out, and I understand the clearing out and freeing up space, tell me about the color principle, because I'm pretty interested in about colors. You know, I'll walk into a room and it's decorated with different colors.
Mm-hmm.
And some rooms, like our studio, not the brightest colored rooms, but we have all sorts of posters in it, so it brings the color out. Tell me about colors and how they affect us.
Okay, colors are very, very important because it will either, you can use colors to lift the energy of the body, which is called yang energy, or yin energy that makes your energy rest and relax and become calm. And for somebody who's too mellow and calm, then it's really important to uplift it with color. And if you're hyper, then you downplay it with color. And the red colors, the bright colors like red and bright yellows and bright greens are all yang colors that increase your energy. Red is for warmth, of course, but it's also passion and desire in it. Whenever you're trying to complete a project or make yourself a little bolder, use reds. And if you really have a hard time, you know, getting motivated, or even in the winter when you live somewhere that's cold and, you know, just dark all winter long, get the reds and the bright yellows and the bright greens in your environment. And of course, get that warmth going on. The green is for healing. It's also money. It's also about creativity. If you're having trouble creating, get yourself around some green. That's why nature is so important. I tell people, get plants around you all the time. Plants and great lighting. The lighting is as good as the color. And then also we have the black, which absorbs negativity. The white emits light. So it's kind of...
You know, we're coming back. I want to hear more. The black absorbs activity?
Negativity.
Negativity.
So
if a person wears a lot of black, are they protecting themselves, or?
You know what? Yes. A lot of times people think, well, if I wear black, I'm absorbing that negativity. What the black does is it actually has a way of absorbing it before it gets to the body.
Marvelous.
And in a home, it will absorb it before, you know, it really gets to the body.
All right.
And
we'll be right back, Mary.
Okay, absolutely.
Right. This is Life with Psychic Suzanna on 1110 KFAB. You stay tuned. We're going to decorate your insides and your outsides on this show where you grow. Yes, you are right where you need to be. This is 1110 KFAB, and this is Life with Psychic Suzanna. This is the show you come to once a week at 7:30. We take a look into your future and also into ways that you can make your life better. And today we're talking about decorating. We're talking with decorating with Mary. Are you there, Mary?
I am, Susanna.
Okay. Now, Mary, again, tell me the name of the books that you have.
The first book that I have written is The Alchemy of Quantum Mind Feng Shui.
Okay.
And it's about what we're talking about now. It's about setting the stage of your home to either uplift the energy or to calm the energy, and to get a good chi flow pattern that can help improve relationships, your health, your money situations, anything like that, because as the body feels good, the more productive the mind and the spirit become. And then the second book is called Reconnecting Your Spirit, Seeing the Possibilities, which is about helping you to readjust some of your mindset, some of the verbiage that you use daily, because we attract to us what we think and what we say. And so as you're able to literally neutralize and dissolve some of the old negative thought patterns, the negative speech patterns, and replace them with more positive ones, then changes occur. Your life will literally change.
And as we're talking tonight, we're talking about actually going into a room and how the room can affect our attitude and our thought patterns. And the first thing you told us is if it's over-cluttered, that we don't probably have space to think. Tell us more about the colors. We were going into black, and black is a protective color.
Yeah, black dissolves negativity, and so I tell a lot of it also diminishes. And so I tell a lot of people to go ahead and set black around to let it start absorbing some of that negativity. And that's why colors fade sometimes, is they start absorbing. And a lot of people say, well, it's because we wash them. Well, sometimes you'll have two items that maybe you wash one item as much as the other one, and one will fade more than the other. They'll be identical items. And it's just a matter of environment and where it's been. If you open 2 bottles of wine, the same type of wine that's been produced on the very same day on different days, it will taste differently because of the energy in the air at that point in time. And so it's really important to become aware of the energy in the air. Is it positive? Is it negative? And these colors will actually absorb it and talk to you about it.
Okay, and what does the color yellow do for us?
The color yellow is communication, it's joy, it's a feel-good color. Anytime I see people who are feeling a little blue and down, I tell them, get yellow out there. Yellow's like the sunlight. Orange is the color of self-esteem and empowerment. So when you put oranges and reds and yellows together, they become a very powerful color on your body or in your home, for instance. And that's why the desert sometimes is dry and it's warm, and a lot of people will gravitate to the desert that have the cold joints, or the arthritis or anything like that, because they're looking for the warmth and the body to become stronger. And anybody that has too much power, too much fire, or little too much ego, if you can get them cooled down with water, they'll definitely just mellow out, as well. And so that's where the blues come in. The blues are very calming. It's a restoring color. The purples are kind of intuitive color. It's of the mind. It's the third eye color. It's the psychic color, so to speak. But it's also the color of the majesty. It's the color of the kings. And so purple serves to be a very powerful color in the home or around you as well. The color that I really, really prefer not to see in a home is gray, even gray clothes. Gray is just neutral, and it evokes nothing. It evokes no thought. It evokes nothing. And that's why when I go into offices and there's gray cubicles or a lot of gray energy, it just, you will find the energy, and people are depressed in that type of place. So it's important that you really get color going in those places. Now, say you have silver, a bright silver or a bright gold. That's a totally different energy than the grays. And if you think about a dull gray matte energy versus a bright shiny silver energy, it just totally makes the mind go from one place to another very quickly.
Well, let me run through a couple rooms and tell me what you think is best to be in that room. All right, and a couple examples. First of all, what if our children are hyper? In their bedrooms, what color should we put in there? You should in those colors, or in those rooms, put more of a muted color, like, a muted green or a muted red tone. You still want them to be able to think clearly, but you don't want them just hyper, activity with the bright reds and yellows and greens. But if you mute them down a little bit, say a sage green or a brick red or something like that, it will totally bring their energy down. The other thing in a child's room you really, really want to watch for is electrical panels on the outside of their rooms. A lot of times, electrical panels or heating units or something like that will be on an outside wall. I've seen a lot of children who've had asthma problems and hyperactivity with that type of electronics on the outside of their bedroom walls. What does that mean, Wade? Outside of the wall, I'm trying to see it. As you walk into the room? No, on the outside of the house. Oh, really? Where they put the electrical panels or possibly a heat pump or, the air conditioning pump? Right.
they will be on the other side of the wall of a child's bedroom, and a lot of times their headboards or even their play areas will be right up along that wall, and that wall actually serves as, a vibration connector to that bedroom.
Wow.
And so I tell people, always watch for that, and if it is there, make sure that you get a lot of heavy wood bookcases or headboards or something up against that bed. But ideally, you do not want their heads up against that side of the wall.
Okay. What about the kitchen area? Is there a better color to help us in our digestion, or is that just a little too far out there?
No, I don't believe so at all. The kitchen is the morning room of the house, so it should be very alive, very awakening, very bright. And if it's not on, and of course we would love for it to face the east, but that's not always ideal. So you want great lighting in your kitchen, great light bulbs, a great light fixture. And then something that welcomes you, like bright yellows or greens or something like that literally helps the body to wake up in the morning, the chi of the body to wake up in the morning. And for digestion, same thing. You want a little bit of yang energy that's helping you digest your food as you're eating it to keep your metabolism going. Because if it's too slow and sluggish, then, of course, you don't feel well and the stomach upsets come. And so you want to tip that over a little bit into that yang energy. And no, absolutely not. I've seen people with dark, heavy kitchens that have, stomach problems. In feng shui, we look at heavy earth, like a lot of browns and tans. The organ that it's associated with in Chinese medicine is usually the stomach and digestive system. And so when there's too much, that's just what it is. If you think about water trying to get through heavy earth, same thing going on with the digestion. You want to keep it lightened up. You want to keep it watery. You want to keep it active so that it doesn't become a sluggish strain. And so the yang energy definitely helps. The bright yellows, or I prefer the yellow.
We're going to need to take a break again.
Okay.
But so you prefer, we'll be right back and talk about the designing, adding colors in our home to make our life a little bit better. This is Life with Psychic Suzanna on 1110 KFAB. We'll be right back.
Psychic Suzanna.
Can't get through on the radio show? Call Psychic Suzanna anytime at 712-276-9349. That's 712-276-9349. Or visit her webpage, PsychicSusanna.com.
Yes, this is Life with Psychic Suzanna on 1110 KFAB. Now, you can find us at 1110 KFAB. All the shows that you've ever want to listen to are there. You could find out how to date, how to be happy. All of this show is about making your life better. With every show, we give you helpful authors and people who will bring us great ideas. Please find us at PsychicSusanna.com, and then also join us on the web. Life with Psychic Suzanna on Facebook will tell you what's on the show. And when you join Susanna Stickney on Facebook, you get to also find out what I'm doing in town. And I'll be around town this week, so come out and see me. But right now, we're going back to Mary. Mary, I think we're down to a few minutes. Where does time go?
I know.
What color would you suggest for the living room?
You know what? In the living room, it depends. Again, we're looking at form and function of a room. Mm-hmm. It depends on what that room's going to be used for. Is that a room that you use the most in the morning, at the first of the day, or in the evening when you're relaxing? So if it's a morning room, then you want to put in colors that lift the energy. But if it's your sleep time room or your let-down room, then you want to use browns and tans and that type in the bed or in the living room. However, in the bedroom at night, if you're a great sleeper, a heavy sleeper, and you have trouble getting up in the morning, then again, use the bright colors and make sure your room is very bright. But if you're a very light sleeper and you can't sleep, then you want to use colors that are heavy, like, the muted reds and the muted greens like we had just talked about.
Okay.
So you always want to look at the form and the function of the room. Is this a room where I need to wake up in, or is this a room where I need to sleep in? Or rest in. Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
Oh.
I'm going to ask you to give us your information, how to find you one more time.
Okay. My website is www.MaryShurtleff, that's spelled SHURTLEFF.com. And you can email me or just give me a phone call. The number and email is on my website.
Okay. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you, Susanna.
And as we say goodbye to her, we're going to come back after the 8 o'clock hour, and we're going to be talking to our dear Meg's interior designer.
Is that so?
Yes.
Okay.
This is our dear Meg's interior designer. She's a local girl. She has a business called Design with Less. Invest in your nest is her little slogan. We're going to talk to Leslie Reagan in a few minutes. And then at 8:15, we will be taking your calls. So get ready to give us a call. The numbers again, Jim, are?
We'll do a little 800 number. That's 1-800-543-1110. And then locally, it's 558-1110.
Now, this is the show you stay tuned with. This is the show where you listen and grow. Grow with us each week at 7:30. This is Life with Psychic Suzanna on 1110 KFAB. Yes, you're right where you need to be. This is Life with Psychic Suzanna on 1110 KFAB. Now, you can find us on PsychicSusanna.com, where you, by the way, can get one free question. Or you can go to 1110 KFAB, and you'll hear all of the shows that we've ever done. And you can get information from the past, like we did a show on skinny thinking. You might want to listen to that if you're in a health plan right now. But this is the show that will empower you to go into your future with more strength and more ability. Now, we were talking Feng Shui earlier, and now we're going to turn it to our local hero here. Her name is Leslie with Design with Less. Welcome to the studio, Leslie.
Thank you so much, Susanna.
Well, and the reason I brought you in is because of our dear friend Meg.
Yes.
And her place looks phenomenal.
Thank you.
Phenomenal. If we're sitting in our house and we need a change, we really need a change, but we're short on the cash thing. And we really can't do the whole furniture thing because we're just not in that place. How would you help me to get a little new atmosphere in life? What would you suggest first?
Well, of course, I agree with Mary, your Feng Shui expert, about decluttering. That's number one. Get rid of the visual noise in your home. It's going to help you. It's going to refresh you. It's going to make your environment feel better, and you feel better.
What about the knickknacks? What about knickknacks? If you have a whole china cabinet
Collection.
Full of stuff.
Pare down. Mm-hmm. Pack up some of those things and keep out the special ones. You can rotate it then, but just keep one or two. Yes, one or two wonderful things. Pick out, special things that are special to you.
On one of those china cabinets.
You can, absolutely.
You don't have to have everything out.
You don't have to have everything out. And so many people, so many clients, when I go in and we talk about decluttering, and they say, well, so-and-so gave me this and so-and... You don't have to show everything that everybody ever gave you. Really pick out things that are really special to you, that mean things to you, and will make you feel great about it. I say pick one room and start there. Start with one room so it's not overwhelming for you.
All right.
Pick out a few things that are very special to you. And also another thing you can do that really refreshes is move things from other rooms. For instance, take a nightstand in your bedroom and bring it to your family room and use it as an end table. Switch up the art in your home. You can shop your own home and get a whole new look and feel and just refresh the whole room by doing that.
Shop your own home.
Shop your own home.
I love that.
We do that, our company, we do that. It's called a one-day room rescue. And we come in and one room, but we shop your home and we go all the way through it. We look in cabinets and cupboards and wherever you tell us we can look, in the garage, in the basement. And we come in and move the furniture around, move pieces in, take artwork out. And now you have a whole new refreshed. Some people have their sofa on the same wall for 20 years because they don't know how else to do it. So...
Well, and in my home in Sioux City, I tilted my couch, which
yes.
someone came in and said, tilt your couch. And I thought, tilted couch, is that right? That seems so sacrilege.
No, it's a great thing to do.
It really opened up the room.
It absolutely does. Well, and that's what you have to ask yourself. What do you use the room for? Do you entertain? Do you want it conversational? Do you need a lot of space in the room because you exercise or you dance or whatever? It depends on what you use the room for. And I always say you should be comfortable in your own home. You should have it the way you want it. But with just a few little changes, you can just make a whole new environment.
Furniture from another room and changing. That's a brilliant idea if you don't have money to throw away.
Absolutely.
The knickknacks are horrible for me because I'm not a duster. I'm not a house person. So the horrible things. Is there a ground rule about how much you should have on your wall, how much you should have in a room?
There's really no rules. And as I said, I like to tell people you need to surround your home and your thing with things that you love, that mean something to you, that will give you this wonderful feeling when you walk in the room. That's what you want, of course. But you need to pare it down so that, as Mary said too, your eye floats over things. You're not so inundated with everything, all this clutter. So if you can do that, and it makes you appreciate those one or two things that you have so much more than having a collection of 15 of them.
And so, like in a china cabinet, we can rotate them. I hadn't thought about that.
Absolutely. Pack it up, put it away, and then you can just rotate it.
And we're just not talking about Christmas. We could do a spring, fall kind of
absolutely.
thing.
Absolutely, yes. And change it up. Maybe in that china cabinet, maybe add some books in there that you wouldn't normally do that as a display, but maybe add something like that in there just to change it up a little bit. Make it a little interesting.
Okay. The other thing, you think painting is good, of course.
Painting is wonderful, of course, and it is the single most easy way, inexpensive way that you can change your room. And you don't have to paint the whole room. Paint one wall. Paint an accent wall. Or bring in a wallpaper. Wallpaper one wall. It's a great experience.
Does that make the room look smaller, though?
No, it doesn't. It's going to give a focal to the room, which is fine. So pick a wall that's going to be a focal. If you have a fireplace, I would pick that wall because it's already a focal point.
Right.
So, but color is certainly the easiest way to change up a room. And it doesn't have to just be paint. You can change out your pillows on your sofa. Bring in a new throw, for instance, that has some color in it. Or artwork. Like I said, go to your other rooms in your house and look at your artwork and see if there's something that you could pull into your living room instead of having it in the bedroom or the hallway or whatever.
Well, one of the things that I'm thrilled with Meg in her decorating is she has the artwork of her children.
Yes.
And she professionally framed them.
Yes.
And went and matted them and framed them, and they have real meaning.
It's a wonderful thing to do if you can do that, and you can unify it by picking all the same frame or all the same matting or do all black and white photos. But yeah, and again, that is something that is giving you this great feeling that you have family. You can look at it, brings a smile to your face. So absolutely, you should have that in your home.
Wonderful. And is there the painting? What else is there? Anything else you want to tell us that we can do real easily?
Well, another thing that is a great thing to do is I encourage people, if they have artificial plants, to remove them because they're dust collectors. And
I hate artificial plants.
Yeah, it's not good for your environment. It's not good for your breathing. It's really not.
Really?
And no, it just it clogs up your environment. Bring in some live plants. Even if you don't have a green thumb, bring in some live plants. It's great for your air space in your room. Bring in flowers. The grocery stores now have flowers. You can go in and buy a bouquet of flowers. And what a great thing to bring in your home for a week. You have these beautiful flowers that have color. And especially this time of the year when everything's gray and dark, especially in Omaha, it's a great way to liven up and lift your spirits.
So, I hate plastic plants. And I went to one church that had plastic plants on the altar. And the only thing I thought, well, this is not where plastic belongs. This is where real reality belongs. You have been quite an inspiration to us.
Well, good.
I thank you for stopping by. I'm
Certainly.
glad Meg suggested you. Tell us again how we can get a hold of you?
My company is Design with Less. My website is www.designwithless.com. You can reach me through my website. There's a contact page, and also gives you an opportunity to go through and maybe look at some of the before and afters that we have done.
And the phone number?
It is 402-515-1271, and I'd love to hear from anybody out there.
Okay, and here's the exciting thing. You know, you one of the things I work very hard with is making sure everybody walks their own talk. As you're dressed artistically and creatively.
Thank you.
So you must be very good.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you
Appreciate
for stopping by.
You're welcome.
God bless.
Thank you.
Now, we're going to take another break. It is break time, and then we're coming back with your calls. You can give us a call. Jim knows the numbers by heart.
Oh, yeah, 1-800-543-1110 or 558-1110.
And we'll be right back. This is Life with Psychic Suzanna. Stick with us. Grow with us. This is the place to be.
Life with Psychic Suzanna on 1110 KFAB.
Yes, you're right where you need to be. This is Life with Psychic Suzanna on 1110 KFAB. This is the place where you will grow. You will learn something every time. Tonight we learned how to decorate our house to make our ease in our way, how to declutter our life a little bit to make life a little bit better. Next week, you know, with everything that's happened in Omaha, we're going to be talking about the spiritual side of violence and how does it play? How does it play in the life that we have in the world? So next week we're going to be talking with Jonathan Ellerby, who wrote the Insufficient stuff, and we'll talk to him next week. So be sure and stay tuned. We're going to heal together. The violence doesn't need to go on. We can bring it to an end. And as we do that, let us go to Jeff. Jeff, you're calling us from Arlington?
Yes, Arlington, Virginia.
Well, thank you for calling, Jeff. Now, I'm actually getting a feeling, since your name is Jeff, that you might know somebody by the name of Jim.
Yes, he is a relative of mine.
Yes. He told me that when I said, where'd Arlington come from? So, Jeff, welcome to the show. Love your relative. Love your relative.
Oh, thank you.
Now, Jeff, first of all, are you aware that how much you procrastinate?
Yeah, I don't know if I would be considered a procrastinator. Maybe some might think that, but I'm usually, try to keep up with things and pretty motivated.
Jeff, I got to tell you, you think about things so long, by the time you do it, nobody cares.
That might be true.
Yeah. You don't want to make a mistake, so you don't say anything, which I find is always a bigger mistake. So I need you to work on that a little bit, okay?
Okay.
I am going to tell you that there is going to be real estate involvement in 2 years that I feel very positive about. I'm also going to tell you that there is going to be someone who's going to ask to borrow money. They're not going to pay you back, so if you're dumb enough to loan it, Jim and I are going to call you, okay?
I don't lend money to people.
Well, it might be family, honey. Might be family.
Okay.
I also want you to know you're going to help raise another family. So take your vitamins. You seem a little sluggish, so I'm going to ask you to work on your breathing a little bit more. Drink more water, okay?
Okay. I drink a lot of cranberry juice.
Cranberry juice is good. Water is good, too, okay? So, I do cranberry, half water. Do you know that they say you should drink half your weight in water in ounces? That would keep me going for quite a bit. But anyway, water is a good thing. Thank you for calling. Do you have a question, Jeff?
I just wanted to see what you thought for me for the year, how you think it might progress.
Well, it's going to be much of the same of last year. You've got a couple reunions, but I feel very good about you. You know what I love about you? You're a man whose word is his bond. We just need you to say it a little faster, okay?
Okay.
All right, bye-bye.
While Jeff's still on the line, can I interject something?
Go ahead.
The Huskers,
yeah.
Well, they didn't quite get it done in football, but they do have a national title, right, Jeff? You have any idea what I'm talking about?
Yeah, well, no, the title last night, as far as the non-Huskers, or the title when I used to live in Nebraska?
I'm talking about the gal that won Miss America.
Isn't that
She was a Nebraskan.
wonderful?
So
Yes,
since Jeff had Nebraska connections at one time, I thought I'd throw that out there. Pelini probably isn't too happy that, this gal got a national title before the Cornhusker, but that's the way it goes.
You know what? If they're from Nebraska, they're built right.
Okay.
All right. We're going to go to Ashley on line age 13. Is that right, Ashley?
Yeah.
Ashley, do you have a parent listening?
Yeah.
Okay, who's listening?
My mom.
Okay, let me say hi to Mom.
Hi.
Mom?
Well, yeah.
Where's
she's not with me.
She's not with you.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Ashley, is there anyone with you at all?
No.
Okay. Ashley, are you aware that a lot of times you do stretch the truth?
What?
Are you aware that a lot of times you do stretch the truth?
I guess.
Yeah. Do you want people to think that they can trust you?
Yeah.
Ashley, you're not listening. Listen to me, honey. Do you want people to think that they can trust you?
Oh, no.
Okay. Well, a lot of people don't think that you tell stories. And I want you to be aware of that. Okay?
Okay.
I also want you to know that one day you're going to do some national work.
Okay.
Now, I know you don't think school is important, but it is. And you're a bit of a daydreamer, so I need you to focus a little bit more. And when people are talking to you, I need you to be eyeball to eyeball.
Mm-hmm.
But I also need you to watch your words, because sometimes you say things that aren't grounded in reality, okay?
Okay.
Now, I do want you to know that you will meet a wonderful man at 25 who is going to adore you and treat you wonderfully. I feel very good about that, all right?
Okay.
All right. But that's at 25. Are you aware one of your friends is doing something illegal?
What?
Are you aware one of your friends is doing something illegal?
Yeah.
And do you really want to be in trouble?
No.
You know, the people you hang around can get you in trouble or help you. Are you hanging around people who can help you or get you in trouble?
Probably get me in trouble.
Okay. Now, one day, Ashley, you're going to have a daughter. Okay? And if your daughter was acting like you, what would you say to her?
Probably to, stop hanging out with those people.
Why would you tell your daughter not to hang out with those people?
Because they can lead her into bad things and stuff.
And destroy her future?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. You know, here's what you have to ask yourself, Ashley. You have to ask yourself, is what you're doing today going to make your tomorrow better? If you're not hanging around people that can make your tomorrow better, they're the wrong people.
Yeah.
Okay? Ashley, can I tell you a secret?
What?
They're not your friends.
I know.
They want to use you, Ashley.
Yeah.
They want to take advantage of you. Is that what you'd like?
No.
Would you like your daughter to be taken advantage of?
No.
Do you know how much your parents love you, Ashley?
Yeah.
But do you know how bad you treat them?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that's fair?
No.
Would you like your daughter to treat you like that?
No.
Okay, so when are we going to get better?
No.
I want you to repeat after me. I, Ashley, will walk away from dumb people.
Will walk away from dumb people.
Knowing
that
I am a good person.
That I am a good person.
Did you know, Ashley, that when God created you, He created you for a purpose?
Mm-hmm.
And do you think the purpose is to get in trouble, be disrespectful to your parents?
No.
Okay. What do you think your purpose is, Ashley?
I don't know.
Well, I can tell you. You're going to speak 2 other languages. You're going to make the world a better place. Okay? But you can't do that as long as you hang around dumb.
I know.
Okay? So, love yourself to make the change. And you can do it, Ashley. Also, I want you to, you drink a lot of pop, don't you?
Kind of.
Kind of. How much pop do you drink in a day?
Not really that much.
Uh-huh. Well, here's what I'm going to tell you. I want you to know that you're very sensitive. And those horrible mood swings you have are caused because you eat a lot of junk.
Yeah.
And that junk isn't going to help you, is it?
No.
Okay. So I want you to sort of maybe think about cleaning up your diet. And when you find yourself in the mood, go for a walk.
Okay.
By the way, are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Later in life, with your husband, you're going to camp and fish. Oh, my! You're going to be with a camper. You're going to be in the dirt. You're going to have your own tent. Oh, my. And you're actually going to ride a bike for a long time, be a bike rider with your husband. Oh, my gosh, you cannot believe this. Okay?
Okay.
I want you to know, positive, new, good friends are ahead for you, okay?
Okay.
All right. As you step away from the dumb, only the smart can happen. All right?
Yeah.
I'm glad you called, Ashley. We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back with your calls. Please stay on the line, Desiree, Julie, Cheryl. We'll be back. This is Life with Psychic Suzanna.
With Psychic Suzanna on 1110 KFAB.
You know, I do love that bumper music. That is beautiful.
That's good stuff. 5 for fighting. 100 years.
Wow. So this is Life with Psychic Suzanna. We're in 2011. You can be here with us. This is 1110 KFAB, by the way. The only place you need to be for news, sports, air, anything you want to know about this town, we've got it covered on KFAB. We are the 50,000-watt cultural revolution. You can find us at psychicsusanna.com or 1110kfab.com. Every show that we do is listed up there. So if you're on starting to date, listen to our dating expert who tells us how to find a good date, where to meet people. If you're having a problem at work, let's talk about it. It's been on the air. And if there's anyone that you would like me to interview, if you read a book that has been good, send me a letter about it. I love to talk to them and put them on air if you think their book will help the listeners of KFAB. Right now, we want to go to the phone calls, but before we do, please join us at psychicsusanna.com, our Life with Psychic Suzanna on Facebook, where you can find all the lists of the shows that are coming up. You get the inside note of what's coming up right away before we start. And then join on Susanna Stickney, find out where I'm at in this town. I'll be in this town all this week except my little trip to the Harlan Winery. But right now, we're going to go back to the phone, and I want to talk to Cheryl. Hello, Cheryl, line 4.
Hello.
Cheryl, are you pregnant?
No.
How many children do you have, Cheryl?
I have 3.
Okay. How old's the youngest?
He'll be 4 in April.
Are you still kissing his hind end?
Am I what?
Still kissing his hind end.
Is he a mama's boy? Yes.
Yeah. Are you, how old is he? I mean, what is his name, please?
His name's Mason.
Uh-huh. I want to tell you something about Mason, okay?
Okay.
He's not learning any rules. How do you feel about me saying that?
I completely agree.
Okay. Not learning any rules at 4 might not be a problem. But he's going to carry that on till he's 13.
Okay.
Okay? So, Mom, I need you to get strengthened here, okay? I need you to put some rules down for all of your kids, because when they don't learn rules at home, they certainly don't learn them in the world, okay?
Okay.
And if I can say anything, Cheryl, you are a basket of love. I mean, sweet Jesus.
Thank you.
You are sort of like the mother of the whole darn world. Someone's got a problem. We can count on Cheryl to come take care of it. And I really want you to work on that a little bit, okay?
Okay.
I want you, because I believe you spread yourself too thin. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Okay. And when you spread yourself too thin, you're not taking care of yourself. And when you don't take care of yourself, you're not taking care of your children. So I need you to work on that a little bit, okay?
Okay.
Now, I am going to tell you, are you currently in management?
No.
You will be. But I'd like you to think twice on that, okay? Because, again, as we said, you spread yourself too thin. But I'm going to say there's going to be a management offer. Right now, I can tell you management adore you because, as I said, just do everything. So I'm going to ask you to maybe pull back a little bit and not take care of everybody and sort of take care of yourself a little bit better. I am going to say communication with Kansas. That is going to be rather fun. Plan on that. I'm also going to suggest you buy a plunger and get some Drano. We've got some plumbing problems at home, okay? I'm almost thinking someone's using the toilet bowl rim as a basketball net, okay?
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so we're going to want to maybe sort of watch that a little bit, okay?
Okay.
You have a dog?
A cat.
A cat?
Mm-hmm.
What is your cat's name?
Winston.
Uh-huh. Are you aware how much he acts like a dog?
Yes.
I mean, this cat has problems. Okay? We might need therapy as it gets older, okay?
Okay.
I am going to tell you, you're going to live and love on an acreage. Is that something you'd like?
Oh, that would be amazing.
Okay. Now, that's within 4 years. Okay? So you're going to live and love on an acreage. Plan on that. I am also going to tell you that there will be a phone call that is going to be alarming about an older male health issue. The whole thing is going to be okay. So you put God there, that's where he belongs, okay?
Okay.
Do you have a question, Cheryl?
No, I just wanted
it.
to know when I would ever be happy in my life and satisfied.
All right, now, Cheryl, do you listen to the show much?
I just started, actually.
Okay. Our first person of the year was How to Be Happy. Every show we have gives you tools to empower yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Cheryl, you'll never find happiness anywhere but from yourself.
Okay.
Do you know how many people don't have 3 beautiful children like you do?
I'm very blessed.
Are you aware that there are many people who don't have the love that people have for you around you?
I am.
Are you aware that there are some people with 3 children living in a small apartment?
I do. I've been there.
That's exactly right. Okay. Are you aware there are some people whose cars break down every day?
Yes.
Flat tires every day?
Oh, yeah, I've been there.
I've been there, done that. See, I think our happiness is when we start coming from an attitude of gratitude.
Okay.
Look at what you have, not what you don't have. Okay?
Okay.
All right? And when the bank account's a little low, think of it as God. Yeah, but think of it as as opening a porthole for God to fill. Okay? Don't limit yourself by what you think. Limit yourself by the eyes of God. Okay?
Okay.
You're a good woman. I'm
Thank you.
going to take a little break right now, and we'll be right back. We're going to Julie next. We'll be right back. This is Life with Psychic Suzanna on 1110 KFAB.
Life with Psychic Suzanna on 1110 KFAB. She knew I was going to say that.
Yes, you're right where you need to be. This is Life with Psychic Suzanna on 1110 KFAB. Now, you can find me at psychicsusanna.com, where it lists where I am during the week, where I am during the life. And you can ask one free question. If you can't get through on the phone, please go there and you can ask one free question. All of our shows are cataloged on KFAB. Got a problem in your life? Go look and see if there's somebody there we've talked to that will be supportive. If so, please look them up and listen to the interview. I am going to tell you that this show is all about empowering you and helping you find the answers to make every day better. Every day better. And you do that with deciding for it to be better. You have the power in your life to make your life good or bad. It begins and ends in you. So let's choose the good as we go to Julie. Hello, Julie.
Hello.
Julie, first of all, are you involved with people who drink a lot?
Well, kind of. My husband started picking that up, the one I'm going to get divorced from, I think.
Okay, all right. I'm going to say, Julie, are you aware how much negativity you carry around with you all the time?
Yes.
Okay. Can I ask you a question, Julie?
Yes.
Who wants to be around a negative person?
Not very many people.
Do you want to be around a negative person?
No.
Okay. And do you know why you're negative, Julie?
I've had a lot happen to me in the last
Julie,
2 years of my
there
life.
are people dying every day. There are people being hit in cars. We just lost a 9-year-old. You can't go there with me, Julie. I won't tolerate that.
Right.
If you stand and look at the corner and look at all the bad things in your life, of course, you have an excuse. But then remember, when you do a pity party, nobody's going to join it with you.
Right.
And that's what you do, Julie. Every negative thought you have stays in your energy ring, and you carry it with you. And so every time someone comes to one of my appearances, I give them an affirmation. If they do not use the affirmation and know it, I slap their hand, because we have to learn to support ourselves better. And the affirmation I'd give you, Julie, is I am safe. I want you to say that 8 times a day. I am going to tell you, great years ahead for you. You have been through the worst. And with each step, you're stepping out of the garbage. I feel very good about that. Okay?
Yes.
I am going to tell you that there will be new friends through some kind of spiritual classes that are very good for you. This is going to be within 8 months. All right?
Yes.
There will also be for you a phone call that is going to be accusing you of something you didn't do. Hang up the phone. Just walk away from it. Okay?
Okay.
And I am going to tell you that the mail from the past that says I've changed, if you believe it, I have a bridge in Florida, real darn cheap to sell you, okay?
Okay.
Okay. I'm so glad you called. And, honey, I am safe. I don't want to talk to you again until you have that repeated 8 times a day. I am safe. You are not your past. You are not your past. You are walking into a cleaner area. So let's shake off our feet and keep walking forward, okay?
Okay.
By the way, I have you hiding some money in your drawer by the end of the year. Woo! I love that. Don't argue. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
And we go to Desiree now. I love how you said Desiree spelled it here. That was brilliant, Jim.
Well, thank you.
Desiree?
Yes.
Desiree, first of all, where are you from? Where were you born?
Omaha.
Omaha. And you've always lived in Omaha?
Yes.
Okay. How about if I tell you you're going to live and love in a western state?
Interesting.
Yes. How about if I also tell you that there is going to be 2 occasions that you're going to have in 2 different churches that will bring you understanding with 2 different occasions with the past. I want you to be aware of that. I feel very good about that. Desiree, you're a natural teacher, natural leader. I want you to walk your own talk. You tell other people what you should be doing. I want you to do it a little bit more. I do want you to know, where is your father?
Where's my father?
Yeah?
He's here in Omaha.
Uh-huh. Are you aware how much he loves you?
Yes.
Are you aware of how proud he is of you?
Yes.
Are you aware he doesn't know how to say that?
Yes.
Okay. I just want you to know he thinks about it, and I want you to know he brags about you to strangers. I mean, sweet Jesus, strangers. He tells them about his daughter, okay?
Okay.
You've made a lot of people proud. You do make the world a better place with your actions. Something you write will be in print. Plan on that, okay? And do you have a question for me?
I'm just kind of frustrated with my marriage, and he's been unemployed, and it's just kind of a frustrating time for our family, and I was just curious how...
Isn't it great to know frustrations are temporary?
Yeah.
Okay. How old is he, and give me his name?
Brett, and he's 35.
Okay. And you've been married how long?
9 years.
Mm-hmm. And give me your children's name.
Hope and Cameron.
Now, one question. Do you think Hope and Cameron worry about your frustration?
Yes.
No, they don't.
Okay.
They don't care whether you're frustrated or not. Okay?
Well, that's good.
Yeah, all right. So let's give it up. I do want you to know your husband will have a job by May.
Okay.
Okay? But here's the thing. Are you aware he doesn't believe you believe in him?
Yes.
Okay. Do you think that's going to help him?
Help him? No.
Okay. So I want you to start convincing him how good he really is.
Okay.
Okay? This man that you're married to and the father of your 2 children would die for you in a moment.
Okay.
Die for you in a moment. Now, you are the one who takes hold of the barrel and handles things. So you're going to be fine. Don't let this bother you. It's only temporary.
Okay.
You know what? There's nobody on their deathbed who says, oh, my God, I didn't pay a bill. And there's nobody on their deathbed who says, oh, there was a year I didn't work. Nobody does that.
Okay.
They say about the moment. So just listen to that. And just, Desiree, you're a winner. You're going to make it. Okay?
All right.
All right. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
This is Life with Psychic Suzanna. I think we're going to take a break.
Well, I think maybe we should do some dancing. We don't have to take a break.
We don't need to take a break.
No.
So shall we just do the Dancing with the Stars?
I'm thinking so. Maybe talk to Elizabeth.
And hi, Elizabeth.
Hi, it's Elizabeth.
Elizabeth, tell me about yourself a little bit. You have a ballroom here in town?
Yeah, I sure do. I'm the owner of Omaha Ballroom, located on 153rd and Q Street.
Now, we're going to be doing a fundraiser, as I understand it. Can you tell me a little bit about it?
Sure. The event is called Dancing with the Omaha Stars, and we have 17 local celebrities, all trained, and they're going to be dancing and competing against each other this Saturday night at Champions Run. Starts at 7 o'clock, and it goes till 10. We have celebrity judges, fashion show with Agency 89.
Now, wait a minute. The info I got, Princess, says it starts at 5:30 with cocktails. 6 o'clock, silent auction.
Doors open, silent auction, cocktails.
Okay, all right.
And then 7 o'clock is showtime.
Okay, and can you tell me Can you tell me who are the celebrities? Who will we see? Now, wait a minute. I got to tell you how I found out about this. Okay. My friend Brooke Hudson is taking tango lessons. Is that correct?
That's right. She'll be dancing the tango with Jeremy Jameson.
Okay. Now, can you tell us our celebrities? Who else will we see?
We have Jordan Monroe, who was a Playmate in October of 2006. And we have Mike DiGiacomo. He's on the morning show, The Morning Blend, on Channel 5. Rusty Lord, he's a meteorologist here in town on WWOT. Miss Omaha, Miss Douglas County. We also have Shan Straffolopoulos, who is the Nighthawks cheerleading coach. Kyla Valla from Valla's Pumpkin Patch. Victory J and Tim Gorman, owner of 6 Point Self-Defense. Smitty, the owner of Big Brain Tattoo here in town. So we have a very wide celebrity selection.
And what kind of dancing will we do? They all do the same dances, or are they different dances?
They each get their own dance. So some of them are doing a quick step, some of them are doing cha-cha, tango, two-step, country. So it's a pretty big selection. And some of the stuff, like with Brooke, she's going to be doing stuff where her teacher is twirling her in the air, and he's got these female celebrities doing some really awesome tricks.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
So we've really trained them. I think we started training in the beginning of October, so they've had lots of training. all throughout the fall and now through the winter.
And the proceeds goes to the Ronald McDonald House?
Yes, all the proceeds go to the Ronald McDonald House, and their representatives will be there. And we have an awesome video at the beginning of the show that gives everybody information about the Ronald McDonald House, how it's local and what all of it does for the families that come in with kids that don't have, they have kids that have terminal ill diseases, and the Ronald McDonald House brings them a place to stay. A lot of these families are just starting out in their early 20s, and the Ronald McDonald House is amazing. It brings in somewhere for them to go. So they have to quit their jobs, come to Omaha, and now they have somewhere to stay.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, we'll look forward to being at that Saturday.
Yeah, great.
January 16th. Now, how do we get the tickets?
They can give Omaha Ballroom a call. Tickets are $40 a person, or you can buy a table, 10 for $3.50.
Okay.
Yeah, so just give us a call, Omaha Ballroom, at 290-4869.
Could you do it a little bit slower one more time? Omaha Ballroom.
Omaha Ballroom, 290-4869.
Thank you for calling in and letting us know about the Dancing with the Omaha Stars. That'll be this Saturday at the Arbor Hills.
That must have been an old flyer. Champions Run.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, maybe you got last year's
I
flyer.
have an old flyer. You bet your booties. It's at Champions Run?
Yeah, Champions Run.
Which is the golf course here.
Yeah, the golf course. They have a pavilion right there on 144th and Maple.
Okay. Thank you for letting us know. We'll be seeing you there Saturday, January 16th, all supporting the Ronald McDonald House.
January 22nd, yep.
January 20th. Boy, I'm looking at the wrong thing.
Wrong flyer. Sorry about that.
Oh, my Lord. Okay. God bless. Thank you for setting me straight. We now know it's this Saturday.
This Saturday.
Okay. We've got it together. Thank you for calling in.
Thanks. Have a good night.
Good night. This is, how much time do we have?
Susanna, you could maybe take another caller if you wish.
Can we go
we just have a couple minutes maybe.
All right. Let's go to another caller. Shall we go to Desiree? Did we do her? We did Desiree.
Yeah, Desiree. We have a guy called Mario on the 800 line from Iowa. We could try Mario if you'd like to.
Let's go to Mario.
Okay.
Hello, Mario.
Yes.
Mario, where are you from?
Fleshwig, Iowa.
What was the name of it?
Fleshwig.
Okay. And first of all, let's be real open. Do you own your own business?
No.
Do you do something on the side that is financially good for you?
Occasionally, I suppose. Not very often.
Well, you're going to be doing it more. Okay? It seems like it's...
about that, too.
Pardon me?
I've kind of been thinking about doing it more.
Yeah. Here's the thing. You think about things sometimes a little much. We might want to work on that. But financially, you've been through the ringer. And I got to tell you, this is the year that you're going to pull ahead and be in a wonderful, wonderful place, okay?
Okay.
So financially, it's going to be very good for you. You can plan on that. I am going to tell you that there is going to be healing words with a female from the past who belongs to the past. So I want you to be aware of that. What is your daughter's name?
I have 3 of them.
Are you? Do you still live with them?
I have them every other week.
Okay. And you stay active, correct?
I try to.
Okay. Honey, they need their father. You prioritize what's important. This is Life with Psychic Suzanna on 1110 KFAB. By the way, Mario, you're going to have another family. I'm glad you've been with us tonight. We've had a very interesting show. Next week, we're going to have Jonathan Ellerby on. It should be interesting to talk about how spiritual relates with being violent. Life with Psychic Suzanna, 1110.